This video is how is Punishing Grey Raven so free to play. I'm going to go over a couple topics in this video. The first one's going to be the banners, the second one's going to be the systems set in place in the game, and the third one is going to be the top players in the game and a couple miscellaneous ones here and there. So let's get into it. First off, I want to talk about the banners because I think this is what the game does best out of any gacha game I've ever played. The event characters 100% guarantee, 60 pity. As you can see, I'm one away. I get her tomorrow, maybe the next day. Super irritated that I can't have her right now, obviously, but I'm gonna get her soon. And I'm guaranteed her. It's not like Genshin or Star Rail or any MiHoYo game or any other gacha game for that matter where it's not a guaranteed chance or the pity's ridiculous, like 300. Are you fucking kidding me? Right? It's bullshit. This game, not bullshit. This game's very good. The only banners in this game that aren't good are the Fate banners because they are 80 to 100 pity, but you have a higher chance at getting it earlier than that, which aka gambler's dream, right? Don't pull on these. But basically the normal banners are awesome. 60 pity is great. These ones are a little more meh, but don't pull on those either because you want the event characters. The new characters are better. The ones with 100% rate up are going to be better, so you want to pull on them. And at 100% rate, you can't get better than that. The currencies, very easy to come by as well. Basically, doing your weekly Warzone and Pain Cage challenges, you are able to get just enough every other patch to get the new good character to be pulling on. Nanamecha, Radiant Daybreak, Dark Nina, the Dark Karenina, Bianca, Bistigma, right? You're able to get everyone you want. As a free-to-play player, as long as you play the game, you can get literally every character that is worth having, and you only miss out on some uniframes, which have an 80% chance, and you get them on 10 pity. So they're not even that hard to get your hands on. And let's say you're a light spender, you get the battle pass, you're basically going to have the uniframe every single time they come out because the battle pass gives another 2,500 for the golden battle pass, not the cub frame one. So, I mean, there you go, right? $20, no, $12. That one's like $12 a month. You're able to get the uniframes as well if you want, or for the other $8 or so, you're able to get the cub. And by the way, that battle pass is probably very good to get for the $8 a month or so because the 100% rate up on cubs for characters. Some characters really need this guy. I'm not sure about Nanamecha, but I know other characters very much do. But the banners are just super free to play. You're able to do anything you want, basically. The pity's great. You're able to select who you're kind of going for other than the event ones, but in the base ones, I can pick what A rank I'm trying to go for, right? Of basically anybody. It's a really good system. And I hope personally that this system makes its way to Kuro Games' next game, Wuthering Waves, because that would be awesome compared to what Genshin did, but that is a point for a different video. So the next one I have is the game's systems. The way you're able to upgrade characters and everything in this game, it gets a little grindy at higher levels trying to get them to level 80, and it does use a lot of skill points and stuff, but these events are awesome. You do the odd number stage event to get the material, you take the material to the event shop, you get whatever memory you want, you get whatever item you need to upgrade your characters. I mean, it's so easy to do. Stamina recharge is pretty good. And it's really easy to upgrade your characters. It just takes a little while, but it's really easy. Now, a game that comes to mind, Star Rail, right? That game, not only does it take a while, it's kind of a pain in the ass to farm. This game, once you farm it enough, auto clear. Boom, done, gone, right? Once you hit like level 25 in most of the events, you're just able to auto clear everything from then on. And you can do that in like the first week or two. I got to level 25 in the first week, and that was because I had the returning player buffs on because it had been a while since I picked the game up. But I was able to get a bunch more stamina refreshers from that. So I did it in the first week. Usually you can do it in the first 2 weeks, it seems like. And you could probably do it quicker if you're not doing interlude stages. Next thing I want to talk about, interlude stages. All of your A ranks, you are able to get shards for right here, 2 a day, every day, and slowly work your way up to SSS+. I got my 21 to S. I got my Vera to S. I accidentally got my Palefire to SS because I pulled him like 3 times in a row on the banner. I got my Wanshi Hypnos to S. I got my Lux to S. She's almost SS. I got my Killen to S. I've got my Lucia Dawn to S, almost SS, you know, and you're just able to farm as much as you want, character-wise, pretty much as you have stamina for, but if you, at some point, they're going to be maxed out. And that's something that not a lot of games have, even for their lower rank characters, because you still need multiple dupes of like a epic rank or a rank or a 4-star or however it is, and need multiple dupes of them, and then you have to pull 10 of them and stuff, and you can't really farm them outside of that. Example, Genshin Impact, you get duplicates, you get their constellations or eidolons and all the shit with MiHoYo games. Otherwise you're just building their capabilities. You do that in this game too, with memories, weapon, skill points, promotions, all that stuff, right? It's the same thing, except this game, you're actually able to evolve them, aka their constellations and stuff, for free, as long as they are a natural A or the couple natural B ranks in the game. And the S ranks, from Pain Cage, you can get to SS pretty easily as well, as long as you're farming. Pain Cage, depending on your ranking, you're able to get these skulls, or scars, or whatever they're called. You go to the shop, boom, you buy shards for your S ranks, and then you can get them to SS rank, which is usually the minimum to make them be really strong in this game. It's really free to play. You kind of have everything laid out in front of you as a free to play player, and you're given everything you need to succeed. The next thing I wanted to touch up on is the fact that the top players in this game, some of them are free to play players or close to it. So if we go back into Pain Cage, let's just check the rankings. Go to Ultimate here. And we can just kind of look around. I believe it was the other day. I didn't get around to making this video in time, but they were 8th place here, and they were free to play. I looked through their account, not a single skin. Most of their characters were SS or S ranks. I think they had 4 SS, S, or S plus rank characters, but they were natural A ranks. They were not S ranks. They were basically a free to play player that had just invested in their account. I mean, what other game has the top players in anything be able to be free to play? Example, Summoner's 4, you have no chance unless you spent $100,000 in that game minimum. And if you do have a chance, you are one lucky son of a bitch. You know, like, in that game, gear matters. Otherwise, yeah, this game is very easy. A lot of players in the top 100. I'd say, from what I've seen, probably at least, let's even lowball. Let's say like 5%. 5 of the top 100 players at any given time could be free to play, and that's really good, considering the rest of them are paying to get stronger characters and upgrades and stuff. Because it doesn't gap that much. Paying doesn't be as much of a gap. It gives you 6-star weapons and some cubs. That's and like SSS plus and stuff. That's about it. Those are big, don't get me wrong, but you can skill diff your way through that, which is what we see with that 8th place player who had only SS characters, right? Obviously they're doing something, but they are skill diffing everyone else on the leaderboards to get the high ranking, having drastically less invested characters. 5-star weapons, SS, you know, like, they just do it. Skill matters in this game, and that's something I really enjoy with this game, because it is a gacha game that rewards skill, arguably more so than spending money on it. That's why this game doesn't be as monetarily valuable to the company as, say, Genshin Impact. Genshin in April, I believe, made like 50 million. This game made, what was it, 3 million across CN servers and global. Like, it's making a lot less, but you better be good at it, because if you're not, you're gonna get rolled no matter how invested you are, right? So the game just inherently is more built around skill and not the pay to win aspects. Obviously, it makes you stronger, but I could have my S rank plume, right? My S rank plume right here could beat someone's S plus rank, which is SSS plus rank, plume, if I know how to use my plume better than they do. Which, by the way, thank you to the Discord. I've been playing wrong. I gotta practice my rotation now, because I've been playing her about, I don't know, 50% less efficient than I could be. I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna start skill diffing people on the ladder, and I'm gonna get from advanced to ultimate rank, and then I'm going to start making those big bucks on those skulls, right? It's just a free-to-play game. It's your skill matters. After that, it's like, how long do you play? Your stuff gets stronger. But skill matters, you know? That's mostly what it is skill matters. But to get everyone you would ever want, the game's also free to play, because the currency is extremely, extremely good. It's perfectly fine-tuned to where you just barely are able to pull a copy with pity of the character of your choice every other patch. Usually skipping the uniframes in between the omniframes, because omniframes are just better, and the uniframes tend to not even be that good themselves anyways, comparatively, until some of the newer ones later on. But even then, it's like, you don't need to pull them. And you can, if you spend a bit of money, if you're a little bit of Dolphin, of course, go get them if you want to. But if you're free to play, it's not advised, because omniframes are better. They don't get damaged nerfs from being with omniframes, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So you're guaranteed all the good characters. You're guaranteed to be in a standing where you could have the potential to be on par with a Giga Whale that's spent $10,000 in the game. There's nothing pay to win about this game that inherently makes it a big difference. The only thing I can think about is an example like this. Vera Rosen is better than Selena Capriccio, who is a natural S rank. Rosen is not. She's a natural A rank. Capriccio needs to be SSS rank to start outperforming. That is something, for the most part, you have to pay money for. You can only really get her to SS, maybe SSS if you really hyper invest into her, but your account's going to suffer, right? Rosen, you can get to SSS plus in the course of a couple months, right? She tends to be better overall. I personally, as of right now, because the content on the YouTube channel has been doing so good for this game, which, thank you, by the way, I appreciate that, have been able to buy the battle pass just to basically level up my Capriccio. I got these 16 shards here from the pass. I like Capriccio more than I like Rosen. Hot take, I know everyone likes Rosen and Vera as a whole, but I like this character. They play the flute. They do space. I love music. I love space. It just works, right? This is one of my favorite characters in the game. I'm going to unlock her through the event and battle pass, and I'm going to make her very strong for me. So I'm putting a little bit of money into the game, supporting the developers, and also getting something that I want in return. And that's something that I feel like also shouldn't be frowned upon. But that's another video for another time, because the free-to-plays and the whales just, you know, but that's for another time. But that's the only thing I can think about. There's a little bit of, oh, this character is inherently better than another one, but not even, really. Think about it. Capriccio, she's an amplifier. She's going to amp your damage. Rosen, she's a healer, support. She's going to heal and support. They both can be used as sub DPSs. One's going to heal, one's going to pump. They serve different roles. In this game, tier lists largely are useless because every character has a purpose. Palefire, aka Fire God Lee, right? He is not a very good fire attacker, but he serves his own purpose. Plus, he's going to get his leap next patch. He's going to become my main fire DPS alongside Nanameka, and those two are going to whoop ass. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. But, yeah. He does things that no other character can, because that's how this game works. I'm trying to think of another example. Like, I want to say, well, one example of just pure bad character, Changyu Killen. Here's his issue. He's my ice tank, except that technically Isla, a physical tank, is better. Yeah. Which I'm not exactly mad about, because I like this character's design a lot better for obvious reasons. But she's just better as a tank to shred damage than Killen is, even though she's off attribute, which is mind-boggling. But I guess if you think about it, Killen does have things he does uniquely. They just suck, but he is unique. You know, you can build, I don't know, DPS Changyu and just punch things, I guess, but it works. It works. He's not good in the Plume team, but he could be used somewhere else to some extent. But basically, like, most characters are good in their own way. So even with pay to wins being able to have access to every character at max investment, it's not a big difference. It's not a big difference. I know, like, Empy, Live Imperia, Empy, she requires to be like SS or SSS or her weapon to have a something to function perfectly. She don't need to function perfectly if you just skill diff everyone else on the leaderboard. Like, again, it comes down to the fact that there are people with SS ranks on the leaderboard beating people with maxed out accounts. How? In what game can you ever do that? That's a this game only thing. It's only this game. It is crazy how free to play friendly this game is. You're able to get everyone you could ever basically possibly want, and you're able to have a chance against all the whales at the top level of content. Slim, you have to be really good. I'll probably never get there, but you can, and that's something no other game has, you know? It's astounding to me. Compared to every other gacha game, this is the one that actually has that level of availability. And it's also the one that I quit way too soon when it came out, because I played it off rip for about a month and then I left it. And I'm so regretful of that decision, because I would have loved to have played this game throughout the last, 2 years? Because this game's great. I love it. I love coming back to it and being able to play it. The community around it is great. It's awesome. And I wish I never left it. I'd be a lot better if I never left it. I would be one of that 5% on the top of the leaderboards if I never left it, because I'd have 2 years of practice. I don't have that now. I've got about a month. So it's whatever. But it's really good. It's a good free to play game. I implore you, if you're watching this, you haven't tried the game out yet, try it. Realize you're going to get your ass kicked. It's difficult. I'm struggling even, but it's good. You're not going to find a gacha game that gives you an experience like this. Dark Souls, if not, honestly, almost harder than Dark Souls combat just because of how quick it is. On top of good gacha. It's good gacha. It's fun. Fun combat. Cool characters. It's just a fun little game to enjoy and let out your bloodlust, you know? Just a little bit at a time. But yeah, definitely try it. Try it and enjoy it. Tell me you enjoy it. I want to hear your enjoyment of the game in the comments. But I'm going to leave it at that. I think the game's great, super free to play friendly. I think it's the most free to play friendly gacha on the market right now. And that's pretty much all I'm going to leave it at. So thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.